Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kids Short Stories. Hey friends, did you know that Storybutton makes it so much easier to listen to my podcast and some really other great kids podcasts and audiobooks? So have your parents check down in the show notes below and visit storybutton.com to learn more. Storybutton is my invention with my goal to make it easier for you to listen to great audio content made just for you. So you can listen to Kid Short Stories, Biology Squad, Kids Animal Stories, Bedtime Stories, all this and more streaming on Storybutton without having to use your parents' phone or a tablet. Well, friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! Chroma lived in a cold, gray land. Everything was shaded. Nothing was vibrant. Trees were light gray with darker gray trunks. The sky was off-white during the day and black at night. Even Chroma's fur and antennas were washed out and colorless. Chroma woke up one morning to the same gray sky with gray clouds and gray birds and decided he had had enough.
Gray, gray, gray. All this dreariness is so tiring. I need something bright, colorful even.
So Chroma set off in order to find it. He set over the pale ocean, battling colorless waves as they attempted to topple his ship. When he caught sight of the foggy shore, Chroma dropped his anchor into the shallow water and swam to the dull, sandy beach. There he continued through a dusty desert until he saw something bright and beautiful growing out of the ground ahead. A little flower was stuck out, its red petals the only bit of color in the entire desert. And as far as Chroma knew, the entire world. Can you imagine living in a colorless world? Wow, and then just imagine if you saw the very first red flower. So Chroma did what any monster would do in this situation, and he plucked it from its stem and gobbled it up. Oh wait, what? He ate it? Why would he do that?
Delicious.
Chroma licked his lips and patted his belly. As he did, he noticed his fur was beginning to change from its boring shade of gray to a dusty red. Chroma was amazed.
I need to find more colors.
He followed the bright pops of color in the distance until he was out of the desert. A bubbling stream cut through the gray grass around him. Gray grass? What? The stream looked just like the ones he was used to. But down below the clear water were brilliant blue fish. Oh dear. Do you think you know what's going to happen? Oh dear.
Oh, what a pretty color.
And he gulped down the water, fish and all. Oh dear. Chroma looked at his fur expectantly. He watched as the red tint mixed with blue until Chroma became purple all over.
I need more colors.
Chroma shouted. He wanted to see all the color combinations he could make. As he ran through the field, more new colors appeared all around him. Chroma ate, oh dear, every single one he saw, turning orange, yellow, pink, green, and then back to purple. Sometimes the colors mixed to form new ones, and other times only part of him would change a color while the rest became another. Wow, can you imagine that? As Chroma gobbled each color, he didn't notice how everything he ate reappeared, but this time, Oh dear, in a washed out gray. Like that red flower he ate? The flower grew back, but it was no longer red. It was a gray flower. All behind him, the wonderful colors he was finding had disappeared, replaced by the dullness he was trying to escape. Chroma also didn't notice how noticeable he was becoming. A boy named Finn was walking through the town square when he noticed puffs of color flickering in the far field away. What is that? Wondered Finn. He stood and watched as the colorful, furry creature came closer, leaping from flowers to tree and gobbling them all up. Chroma had just eaten a patch of yellow and blue flowers, and his fur was turning bright green. He looked up and saw a hairless creature standing in front of him.
Ah!
He jumped in surprise at the creature's colorful attire. The green shoes, yellow shorts, and a tie-dye shirt. Oh dear, Chroma wanted all of those colors for himself.
What are you?
Chroma shouted at the creature. I'm a boy. My name's Finn. Oh, what are you? Finn responded.
I'm Chroma, and now I'm going to eat your colors. Ah!
And Chroma opened his mouth, swallowing Finn whole. Wait, what? That can't be real. Is that really what the story... Oh dear. Let me read you this part. Chroma's legs turned the color of Finn's shorts, while his fur turned the cool tie-dye color of Finn's shirt. The green of Finn's shoes appeared on his antennas, and then as Chroma continued down the street, Finn reappeared, completely gray. Finn felt his head and arms to make sure he was really back. Phew! Oh, I thought that really happened, but it must have been just a dream. Finn sighed in relief. Then he shouted, "A color monster! Ah!" Then Finn began running back down the town square, trying to see where the monster was going next. As Finn ran, he saw all of the color drained out of the town, and bright rainbow flashes coming from up ahead. He saw the monster devour a red truck and turn cherry red, then a cherry blossom tree and turn a pretty pink. Oh dear. The monster ate his way through town, while Finn ran behind. Chroma the color monster gulped up people on the sidewalk, his fur turning into pretty flower patterns or camouflage designs with each person whose color he stole. The people reappeared. Each time started but gray. They were safe, but they had no color. Finn realized he was too slow to stop the color monster, so he began to yell to anyone who still had any color. "Run! Hide! He's after your colors!" The alarmed people looked around at the gray town and quickly ran inside, locking their doors. Chroma ran all the way around the town square and now was back to where he had started. He looked around. He saw the trees, the cars, the cats and dogs, and then he looked at Finn. Chroma shuddered.
Everything is so gray. Blech.
The color monster looked toward the field where he had come from and spotted one lone flower he had missed. He leaped toward it, admiring its color among all the drabness. Then he ate it.
Time to find somewhere more colorful.
And now Chroma, the now very colorful color monster, leaped back through the field, toward the desert and out of sight. The end. Wait a second. That can't be the end. Wait, he just stole all the color from the town. I need your help coming up with this next part of the story. Down in the show notes below, you can have your parents submit your idea of how to save and rescue this very gray town. How do you think we can rescue the color and Finn and all those people? I'm not sure, but I can't wait to see your story submissions. Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and you know what time it is. It's time for Kid Shout-outs. I want to say hey to Camu from Georgia, Rowan from New York, David and Thomas from Sydney, Australia, Sloan and Cole from St. George, Isabel and Joshua from Ireland, and Cannon and Bowen from Oregon. I'm so glad that you're all in the Kid Short Stories family. We could not have this much fun with imagination without you, my friends. Well, you have a super duper day, and I can't wait to see your story ideas for part 2 of this adventure. I'll see you on the next story. Bye!